hope you guys are having a wonderful night. Today I'll be talking about my informative speech. New York Times bestselling authors and personal life coaches and etc. Mark and Angel once stated that being positive does not mean ignoring the negative. Being positive means overcoming the negative. There's a big difference between the two. Do you ever realize in your head that you are not talking positive to yourself? On the website medium.com, it talks about how on average a person has 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts a day, and 80% of those thoughts are negative. Today I'll be discussing how to talk and think positive to oneself based on research and examples based on my research. In showing my audience how to talk positive to yourself, I'll be discussing the following: realizing you are talking negative to yourself, how to turn negative talk into positive talk, and how to focus on being positive. Firstly, I'll be discussing how to realize you're talking negative to yourself. When in your head you think, I can't, I won't, I don't, or I'm not good enough, is when you should realize that you're talking negative to yourself. I believe in the power of your words, and when you talk negative to yourself, negative outcomes will happen, and when you talk positive to yourself, positive outcomes will happen. To be honest, everyone is going to struggle with keeping a positive mindset, because challenging situations are always going to happen because it's a part of life. But how you deal with that situation is how you will deal with other situations in your life. As an example, at my job, when I was first starting out, I kept on messing up on people's orders, and I would be getting mad at myself. Since I was the cook, it was my job to memorize what was on the menu and what was on the sandwich, hamburger, or the salad. By messing up on these people's orders, my thoughts went straight to negative thoughts. I kept on thinking, I can't do this, and I'm not good enough, and I'm so stupid. That's was my bad of thinking that, because I am not any of those things. I had to realize that since I was still new to the job, I was going to be making mistakes and messing up. This was one of the challenging times where I had a hard time keeping a positive mindset. Overall, from this experience, I learned that I need to be more positive, and I have to have a positive mindset, and I have to believe in myself. Now I know in the future how to handle these certain situations. Now that I have discussed how to realize when you talk negative to yourself, I will be discussing how to turn negative thoughts into positive thoughts. Sometimes thinking and talking positive can be challenging, so on this part of this speech I will be explaining to everyone ways and examples to turn your negative thoughts into positive ones. Turning negative thoughts into positive ones can be very challenging because we have negative mindsets. So I will be showing you examples that I use in my life. Examples I use to turn negative thoughts into positive ones are realizing the negative and looking at it with a more positive way. Like when I was in high school, I was a track runner. I was a 400 track runner, which in my opinion is one of the hardest runs in running track. And when I used to go to competitions or track meets, I used to look at my competition and I used to look at their times. And their times used to be so much better than mine. And when I was first starting out at track, I used to put myself down and be like, I cannot do this. I'm not going to be able to do this. And once I started growing in track and becoming a better track runner, I look at my competition's times, and they used to be better than mine. I would think to myself, yes, their times are good, but I can use this as my advantage to make my time smaller. I don't have to beat them, but I can make my time smaller. That's just one of the examples that I use. Next, I will be talking about how to focus on the positive. When you think about it, you get to choose what to focus on, the negative or the positive. A lot of us do not realize we have choice. Focusing on the positive will make you go to be a goal achiever and help you to believe in yourself, to do what you put your mind to, and overcome your challenges and obstacles. There's a lot of benefit for being a positive thinker, such as happiness, success, health benefits, and a lot more. I believe that focusing on those benefits will help you focus to be a goal achiever. In conclusion, I have talked about the importance of talking positively to yourself and how it can make a big difference on your life. In showing my audience how to talk positive to themselves, I discussed the following: realizing you're talking negative to yourself, how to turn negative thoughts into positive thoughts, how to focus on being positive. Being positive does not mean ignoring the negative. Being positive means overcoming the negative. There's a big difference between the two. And that's what I'm going to leave off with that quote. And I think that we should use this quote when it comes to thinking negative and how we can overcome our negative thoughts. Thank you.